The mine behind me, Northern Coal, is the mine that is most responsible for what is happening to our water. It's releasing all of the toxins back into the water system. Water is supposed to be clean. Water is supposed to be beautiful. Water is supposed to be shimmering. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how God intended it to be. He didn't mean all these coal mines to be here.
Helen McGinn is a livestock farmer, DA councillor, and a member of the Water Task Committee. She is also a concerned resident of Carolina and is attempting to tackle the water pollution problem.
I came to Carolina for a life of freedom. Every little part of this farm is so special. Every animal. I don't harm my own environment. I don't use traps or poisons. Why should somebody else be allowed to do it on my farm? In February last year, there was a major downpour of rain. We're talking about, I think it was about 100 millimeters in over a few hours. And this caused heavy metals to be released from the wetland that then flowed into the Bushmanspruit Dam, from which we get all our water. This caused all sorts of things. The mine behind me, Northern Coal, is the mine that is most responsible for the damage to our water. As you can see from here, there's nothing stopping the water from the mining operation coming straight down here and into the wetland below. The wetland then feeds directly into the Bushmanspruit Dam. The municipality decided to take action, and they formed a task group that got together to try and sort out the problem that they believed had been caused over many years by mine effluent. So the basic problem is the mine, the mines. There's a whole lot of them. And it's not only the mines that are working at the moment, those historical mines, the mines that have been in the area for 30, 40 years. Is this the first time that people have seen a wetland go against itself? A wetland is supposed to purify water, but it would seem that this wetland has actually had enough and it's releasing all of the toxins back into the water system.
To see how this problem has affected the community, Helen will be collecting water samples for testing. She will then embark on a journey to talk to other residents and see how they are coping.
Jolly dog, see you later. Me, I'm gonna go sort out the water now. Try anyway. See, here is an old mine adit, and this is just acid water coming down here. You can see there's actually no vegetation left here. Everything's dying, there's nothing left. And the more this spreads, the less grass there is for my cattle. This is the Bushmanspruit Dam. This is the dam that supplies the drinking water of Carolina, Silobela and Kara Park.
Carolina is along the R33 and travelers stop here on their way to Swaziland. Niels Oosthuizen is a bed and breakfast owner who is affected by the polluted water.
Carolina is halfway stop for people from Swaziland. So I've got a lot of business in Swaziland. Those people just don't stop anymore because they can't use the toilet. They don't stop because we don't have clean water. We can go to the kitchen and then I'll show you the containers of water that we fetch on a regular basis, and which is making our life very difficult. We fetch these containers of water. 5 of these every third day.
Wow. Okay. So where am I going to take the sample?
We can
Tap. And how do your customers react when you tell them there's a problem?
Some of them are quite sympathetic, but others just say, sorry, I'm not staying. I'd rather go to the next town and find some place that's got decent water. What does it smell like?
It doesn't smell.
It smells better than it was 2 weeks ago,
Maybe somebody's done something about it.
hopefully.
Do you think you'll be able to survive if this water problem carries on?
If it carries on, definitely not. Definitely not.
This is fountain water. Somebody's put a pipe in here to make it easier to access, but it actually comes out of the rocks over there. And that's the water that's being drunk. This other water coming down is overflow rainwater. This joins this little stream, which goes down, and you can't see, there was once an old bottling plant here, 50, 60 years ago, where the people of Carolina used to make bottled cold drinks.
Silobela is one of the most affected townships in Carolina. The community gets its water from the borehole at the mosque. This is the only source of clean water in the area.
Njengami nje ngihlala nabantwana bayithuba abafana. Abantu abami basuka la baye ekudeni bokhelela amanzi. Angisebenzi ensobona bayakhona lokho ukuthi bathenge amanzi. Nje imali engiyitholayo ngikholwa ukuthi nethi ngizithengele ukudla. Umntanami omncane ukoba nerash. Mangimgezisa ngawo esikhathi sacala walunywa, yabo. Abantu abaningi vele banale problem le yamanzi. Lokishi lethu lonke vele siwakhelela lapha esontweni le1 amanzi.
This here is pure sewage. You can see the color and you can certainly smell it. Now this sewage is running down the stream, down into the tributary of the Bushmanspruit, and there past the cows that are also drinking the sewage to the Bushmanspruit Dam. It is clear there's not only one cause of pollution here in Carolina.
Helen tried to make contact with the local municipality to find out what they are doing to solve the water problem. She also wants to get her samples analyzed at their laboratory. Finally, she receives an email from the councillor.
You won't believe it. He wrote a stinking letter back. I've got it here. We won't allow you to do the documentary film within our municipal water treatment works. We are still following up on people such as yourself who are fabricating stories and brainwashing our people about lies. We have learned that some of our historically disadvantaged people are being used by giving them monies in exchange of wrong information. We are tired of being undermined, such as the film that was produced in the University of Free State some years ago. We plead with you not to undermine our people, play your politics in the suburbs and expensive schools, which we cannot afford as previously disadvantaged communities. Isn't this ridiculous? I mean, all we asked is to let his own labs clear the water samples, give us the report, and then we could carry on.
Komati Gorge is one of the local tourist attractions. But if the water crisis continues, it will have an impact on this burgeoning tourism industry.
Nature Conservation approached us actually from their side, and they want to proclaim this area as either protected or as a game reserve. If it's proclaimed a protected area, it's going to make it much more difficult for mining to take place because it has to be approved apparently by the Minister of Minerals.
Lawyers for human rights have taken the Carolina municipality to court over the lack of drinkable water and won the case. But the municipality has appealed the court's decision and the case continues.
This country has got brilliant legislation. There's nothing wrong with the legislation. If it could only be enforced, then we wouldn't have these problems. There are laws that regulate everything in mining and everything in water and everybody's basic human rights. All I'm asking is that the government adheres to them, that the police police them. I'm asking for my future, not only for my future, for my children's future, for everybody's future.